Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Patch Notes. My name is Daz, and with me I have my wonderful co-host,
Prince Ali. What's
Prince
up, guys?
Ali, in the flesh. If you notice, he's got some new digs. He's looking good.
Penguin.
Penguin moment.
Penguin moment. Got my little hat on. You know how it be.
Hey yo, dripped out though.
Yes, sir.
But before we start going down the list of cool stuff that we have for everybody prepared today, I want to ask you, Ali, what have you been gaming on?
Oh, it's changed. It hasn't really changed that much. It's still the same things that I've been playing almost every last few times we record this. I will say I did add Hell Divers finally. I've been hell
I
diving,
know, I
for
know.
democracy. We've been doing that. I'm back on my Palworld grind, and I'm that Hearthstone like always.
Hell yeah.
And then whenever I'm like, man, I'm bored, but don't want to get in bed just yet because it's only 8:30. I boot up that Call of Duty Zombies, that Black Ops 3.
You know we're gonna have to play that together because they released some Zombies Chronicles 2 DLC maps by
Yep,
I think like Mr. T Lexify.
yep.
Pretty
The
cool.
original, the old ones, when you actually had to be good at zombies and you couldn't just rely on
That's what I'm
gobblegums.
saying. You can't just
But
go gobble gum go brr.
go burr. Pack a punch gun round 2. No,
Oh my
suffer.
goodness! All perks on round 1. Don't mind if I do.
Yep. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. It's been fun. It's been good. What about you, Daz? What have you been playing?
Well, I got you into Helldivers, and I'm glad for that. We've been fighting democracy on and off here and there. I hear you've been on your own democracy trail, so that's good. I'm
Yeah,
glad that
yeah.
we're here together. You got me back into Hearthstone, and I definitely didn't totally pre-purchase the next expansion. That would be weird.
I didn't either.
Oh, we're definitely not going to be streaming that together at some point. I'm sure we
Yep.
won't be. I'm sure. Um, Other than that, honestly, still Pacific Drive. That game
Nice.
is my like turn off brain, go burr kind of game, I guess, because it's just like you literally just have this 80s station wagon and you drive around and weird shit happens and things try to kill you, and I'm just having a good time with it. Other than that, I'm just waiting for Dragon's Dogma 2, so I've been playing Dragon's Dogma.
Nice. What's
So
funny is
excited.
that you say that Hearthstone is your turn on, or not Hearthstone. Pacific Drive is your turn off brain and just do. That's me for Hearthstone, which is so funny because most people need their brain for Hearthstone.
Oh, dude, I feel you. Like, I turn on Battlegrounds and I'm just like, my brain turns off and I forget who I am for like
Yeah,
3 hours, and then suddenly it's like time for bed.
you're like, I'm gonna play one, and then you look at the time, you're like, I have time for one more,
Oh my god, it's the
and
worst.
then
It's the
you're
worst.
like, I should have gone to bed ago, and then that one more
Yeah.
turns into an hour one somehow, and you're just
And
like,
then
I
you're like,
just
well, it's already 4 in the morning. I might as well not sleep, right?
yeah,
No, I
but
get
yeah.
you. Because that was kind of our curse the other night when we were playing together. Like, oh
Hmm.
shit, it's 1 in the
I was
morning.
like, yeah, I don't have work tomorrow, but still, I should go to bed soon.
Oh my goodness. But,
But yeah,
oh, I guess I've also been playing Valorant, but that's just classic brain rot, you know?
yeah, with the gamers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's always a lot of fun when you join in too. I have a blast.
Because
But I
everyone's
know
just
it's
like,
not
send it.
necessarily your game. Oh yeah, I'm just like W key everybody, and no one W keys with me. But when you're
Yeah,
with me, it's like we both W key and just shoot everybody in the face because it's funny.
yeah, but it's how it be. But let's talk about some cool shit we found.
Oh yeah. I guess
Actually, not even. I wouldn't say. You know what? Let's. This Patch Notes episode really won't be about cool shit. It's
be
gonna be a
about
little
kind
bit
of sad
more
shit, I guess.
sad shit, and more like, yo, companies, what are y'all doing? It's gonna be a little bit more of a
Right.
rant episode. It won't be a Warner Brother rant episode, which is what we usually do, but it'll be it'll be a little bit of a rant.
Yeah, we were talking about that off cast, and I was like, Warner Brothers done a lot of silly things this week, and I could keep talking about it, but I don't want this to become the Warner Brother hate fan cast
Mm-hmm.
because it easily could become that.
Oh, 100%.
But
But we're gonna complain about
um,
other companies now.
exactly, yeah, I want to make sure that everyone gets some of the love, or I guess in this case, hate. Let's talk about Microsoft.
Oh, great.
Oh yeah, so I'm a Game Pass enjoyer.
It's a great thing.
But
If you don't have Game Pass, get Game Pass.
oh yeah, it's so worth it. It's just easy wins for everybody involved. Um, especially if it's like you just got your PC and you're like a little cash poor,
Yeah.
dude. Game Pass, great value. But talking about one of their more recent L's, over the past year, Microsoft has quit developing for Halo Infinite's multiplayer, which is crazy. Also, don't forget that they killed split screen campaign or co op campaign, even though it was half finished. If you guys remember those bugs. And in
So dumb.
addition, they've now killed the development for Halo the Master Chief Collection, which was their biggest game last year.
Yep.
It's insane because they were so upset that everyone was still playing the Master Chief Collection, which came out more than a year ago, by the way. It came out before Halo Infinite. People were still playing it because the multiplayer is good, because they didn't change anything about the multiplayer from the previous games. But that's not easily monetizable. So Microsoft doing classic Microsoft things, getting upset that they're not making money off microtransactions, and killing a dev cycle because people like it too much, so they can release something bad.
Yeah.
It's such a shame.
Let's see. I have my Steam open. I'll tell you how many hours of Halo Infinite I have.
Oh,
Because
dude, I played a lot.
I didn't play much of it just because I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't played enough for it to tell me hours.
Oh my god.
Yep. That's how. But it's just like, it was the thing where it was like Halo Infinite or Master Chief Collection. I'm playing the Master Chief Collection.
That's fair.
Like, I was getting on the Master Chief Collection with my guys. And then the crazy thing is that they got rid of the split screen. I remember, man, I will say this. I miss split screen gaming.
Me
I really
too.
do.
I think they just want people to buy the game twice now.
Oh, yeah, that's 100% what it is. It's like, hey, no, stop it, buy it. Because I remember, like, it'd be like a Tuesday and you're like, oh, dude, I just bought Halo ODST. And we have Monday off from school. Do you want to see if you can come over? And then you just spend the whole weekend at your boy's place, and that whole weekend you're just playing on the split screen, and
Oh yeah.
And then it just sucks that they're like, no, money, buy twice, please, and still play with friends.
Well,
in the same house.
Then they're like, you know what? Actually, also crazy monetization, right? DLC, fucking new operators are part of the battle pass. Wow. Yeah. And it's like, dude, you don't have to bleed me dry. I get that gaming is the least expensive entertainment per hour, but I feel like sometimes it's a little disingenuous, right?
Yep. It's just like, dude, come on, please.
Right. Like, I miss simple days. Like, I remember me and my buddies accidentally burned in Left 4 Dead 2's character portraits into his TV one summer. His dad was pissed. This is all we played.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of split-screen gaming in general. Like, it gets so much more fun out of a game. Because instead of just booting it up because I want to play, when one of my buddies comes over and he's like, holy shit, you have Halo Reach? Bro, let's play the campaign together. And then we fucking play the campaign together for like 20 hours straight, you know?
Yep.
Now that I'm thinking about it, what was your favorite Halo game? Because mine was either Reach or ODST.
ODST.
Oh, fuck yeah. I just like being a normal dude and being like, oh shit, everything has gone to shit.
Yep.
What do I do?
Put me in there, coach.
Right.
But
I think that's why I like Helldivers.
Yeah. It sucks, man. Because, like, Halo as a franchise has always just been so good, so fun. Like, it was the game that, people, like, LAN parties.
Oh, yeah.
You stayed at people's houses
Halo
for
1,
weekends.
bro. The LAN parties were extraordinary.
Like, in high school, my band, at the end of each semester, after, like, our big concert, like, school concert, we would do, like, a day, like a celebration day. And almost every time, it was just, like, everyone brought in a controller. Everyone was playing Halo. Like, we would borrow a couple teachers' rooms in our school, and each room, right, they have the projectors. Each room had an Xbox connected to it. And it was like,
that's so kick-ass.
It was like, split screen in that room, LAN party over here. But, it sucks that they're just like, we want your money. Give us your money. You still want to play with friends? That's cool. That's fine. But maybe have your friend buy it too.
Oh, yeah. That's actually why I love games like A Way Out with the like buddy pass system.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good way to, like, I don't know about you, but whenever I see a buddy pass system, I always buy the most expensive version of the game. Even when I was like Mr. Government Worker, barely, fucking making the 9 to 5,
Yep.
and barely making enough money. Like for me, I put more value in supporting developers with good business practices than buying 2 games that month. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I think that like it's disappointing to see how gaming, especially as it's become more normalized, there are less people who are willing to stick their feet into the ground and refuse to buy a game because of the bad business practices. Now, I know that might be a little hypocritical because I do love Cyberpunk and I will always love my Cyberpunk,
Yeah.
but I'm not
Or
big on
it's
saying that even
or
with Witcher 3 when that released broke in, that's bad, right?
or it's just like companies are so used to getting away with shit that they don't focus on what they're putting out or how they're putting it out. Like, um, the Star Wars collection just dropped. But
Oh,
guess
yeah.
everyone is pissed. Can you guess why? Because the servers are real shitty and it's like really not just working well how they thought it would. And it really feels like it died on arrival in some kind of ways.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know about you, but I was really excited about buying it, but something told me don't buy it, right?
Yep.
So I was reading this. I think it was like either yesterday or something. It was either yesterday or this morning. And I now understand why none of my friends could play online, and it's because they only have a little over 100 players worth of space because they bought
Yep.
3 servers. 3. I don't mean like individual servers. I mean like virtual servers. They bought 3 with
Yeah.
I believe it's 64 players each server. So can you imagine buying a game that's I think $40, something like that,
Yeah.
and not being able to play online because they refused to buy any servers? Like it's so baffling to me that you would think Star Wars Battlefront, a game that is like widely beloved, is not going to do well.
Yep. And you know what's even crazier? That's not doing it's like I think like 10 times bigger than originally when it came out.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's
no,
a huge
it's
for some reason it's a huge game and I'm like, aren't we still isn't it like still looking very old style?
oh yeah, no, like if you bought Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, which already has servers for it by the way. So, highly recommend just doing that than supporting the developer Asper cuz when asked about it, they never explained why it's I think like 70 gigabytes on PC and I think it's like 20 gigabytes on Switch or something.
Yeah.
Um And they also didn't explain why they had no servers. They just completely, in their like, you know, direct confrontation to the player base, ignored those 2 problems, which are the only problems, in my opinion, that matter. You know, like it's crazy to me. It just makes no sense.
It's just like I don't they're just like, here you go. Also, this is 10 times bigger than original and 10 times less players can play at the same time.
And we added 2 maps that were console exclusives that you could just get through a mod online, anyways. Bye
Yeah.
bye. Like
It's
at
just
that point, I'd rather just play the more like recent Star Wars Battlefront 2, like the remake, because there's just better community support. Like I don't like saying that EA can take a W, especially after last episode. You know how I felt about
yeah.
Mandalorian FPS RPG getting canceled, but they still have servers. And there's still great community support. I can literally go on to Star Wars Battlefront 2 right now and get a game
Hmm.
within like maybe 10 seconds.
Oh, easily. You know, we'll give them a V, half a W.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. They did the bare minimum as a developer with an active community by
Yeah.
supporting the community continuously.
Yep. They get that W that little kids draw because they don't know how to write letters yet. That's the W they get.
Oh yeah, the ones where it's literally 2 U's right next to each other.
Uh huh. But you know what? We're complaining a lot. Let's shift it into one of my favorite topics,
Oh
Palworld.
yeah, why don't you take the lead here, sir?
I'm gonna take the reins. I'm gonna talk about
I
Palworld
also
because
want to
guess
say
what?
before you start, this is now officially patch notes in Palworld.
Nothing else. Nothing else. So I'm back on my Palworld grind, which is
Oh
obviously
yeah.
not a shocker to anyone that knows me. Um, you know, it's fun. I'm having fun, but I think they just hit like a new cap on players. I think it was like 25 million or something like that. Which is my favorite thing is we were like, it's dead, the game is dead. And it's like, no, it's not dead. It's just you have the brain capacity of like, oh, I have to grind for
Well,
this game. I don't want to do it. Like,
also, the
sorry.
studio has 50 people. And
Yeah.
the devs even said, we don't expect any of our other games to do as well as this. So we're not going to overbloat,
Mm-hmm.
have this game finish, and then die. So yeah, they're taking their time.
Yep. They're taking their time. But with them taking their time, they're releasing patches, they're doing all these different things. One thing they will be releasing soon that has me really excited is raids. Which new PAL bosses, new raids. Um, it's said that these raids are gonna work like World of Warcraft raids,
Oh,
which
fuck
gets me
yeah.
so hyped because obviously, like me and Josh play together a lot, and our
Yeah.
pal, like the 6 pals we both have, or it's like five, are very different. I don't think me and him have any similar ones, except for Anubis's because of how useful they are, just in general.
Hmm.
So it's gonna be so cool if it just like it's probably gonna be a thing where it's like, oh, you travel to this like server and play for a little bit, but it's gonna be so cool to see all the different teams that people come up with to go fight these bosses.
Oh,
Because there's
absolutely.
probably some pals that I don't even have yet, or you don't even know about yet because of breeding combos and all these other things. That you might be able to see, and you're gonna be like, hey, holy shit, what's that? How did you get that? Please tell me what that is, or how I can get it. And that's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so great.
Also, I'm no longer burnt out on Palworld. So we will have to all play together soon.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm in that. I was in that stage of like I'm close to burnout, like maybe like a week or two ago, and I was like, you know what? Let me just not touch it. And then TikTok heard me say Palworld and was like, oh, here's all these breeding combos that you might have stuff for. And I was like, I have most of these things. It's time to start, doing all this.
Like, it's
And I'm
time
now,
to complete the game.
yeah, I'm now at that point where I'm really just like this map is still just so huge, which is just crazy to me. You know,
You know, if I gotta say one criticism I have about Palworld, right? And you know I'm a big Palworld fan. We were at a convention together, and I immediately was already playing it in the
yeah.
evenings when we weren't getting that much sleep anyways, because I was like, Palworld go burr.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I want more things in the open world. That's what I hope they focus on after this raid, is making the world feel more fleshed out. Because right
Yeah.
now, it is definitely a sandbox, and there's nothing wrong with that because there's so many different pals to catch. But when you get to the point where you're at, it's like, so now what? And I'd love maybe like an in-game store that I can create and have or like a village system would be cool, I think, because they kind of
Yeah.
already have the base system set up and they could just build off that. But you know,
I would like a little bit of something where it's like, okay, you could teleport to them and you just have like a pal or two there that just don't do anything, but it's just like they're just there kind of type thing.
yeah.
Um, because it is a little like, okay, well, I've already caught 10 of those. There's no point in me catching another 10. Or just like, what is it? I will say what I do like is that there's different types of the same pal. Um, like the big mammoth. I was in the ice biome area, and there's a
Yeah,
ice version of that, and that's its own 10 of you need. It's not going to count as towards the regular mammoth.
I
You
didn't know
need
that.
10. Yeah, you need 10 of those as well. It counts as 10. It counts as its own pal, which is really
That's sick
cool.
as hell.
Yeah.
Well, I like that too
Um.
because they're basically doing that like regional variant type beat, but in a way that doesn't feel corny. You know?
Mm-hmm. Big time. But I mean, I'm excited to what they bring, see what they do. Updates are always fun with it.
Hell yeah.
Uh, I'm in the little annoying part where it's like I need more coal, I need more iron, but thank God there's TPs because you could just teleport everywhere and back to base. You're like, all right, drop this all off.
Oh yeah. I also really appreciate the fact that when I first started playing, I couldn't move when I had too much stuff on my inventory, and it was so annoying constantly having that happen. But now it's just
Yeah,
like I'm just gonna make you move really slow, which
yeah,
is fine. I'm totally cool with that.
yep, which is really nice. But speaking of movement, it's probably one of the best games that's come out in a while that has some great movement. The finals,
Oh my god, the
bro.
finals is. You know what? The finals is my underdog personally because I loved the finals when it first came out. I started playing within like the first 3 or 4 days because one of my coworkers loves Battlefield and
Yeah,
saw that it was old Battlefield devs.
yep.
Um, but the hackers, man, and
The
then not a whole
hackers,
lot happening.
it's gotten better. I don't really run into hackers that much anymore, but now it's like, um, for some reason in the quick plays, everyone is super sweaty, but in tournaments, everyone's like, we're just gonna have fun. Like, hold on, what? That's backwards.
You're like, explain, explain.
um, but man, the finals season 2 is out, and I am excited to be playing. Nothing is really changing with the game, base game itself. Like, it's still gonna be just get the money, shoot people, but it's like new weapons, new equipment, and then the best stuff, new customizations. Because it's super funny for the people that haven't played the finals. You can make your character look however you want. You can put a mask on them. You can put like a bunny ears. You can put a bunch of random stuff on them. And before the match actually starts, there's a loading screen that introduces the teams. And almost every time, each team has something funny, someone wearing something funny and like different poses. So it's really fun to just look at that. But there's, and then there's 3 classes. So every class is getting some new stuff. I mean, like the mediums, I think I read are getting like a FAMAS, which, oof, the
Yo.
FAMAS in any game has always been a nasty one. So it's gonna be really fun. And then they're always changing stuff.
Oh,
Let's
also the
see.
most important thing, if you haven't played the finals, it's free
Yeah,
99.
free
Give it a
99.
shot.
Yep, it's free. The only thing you have to pay for is Battle Pass, and the Battle Pass, I think it's like $5, and you get a lot of stuff in it.
I mean,
Um,
personally, it's just cosmetics, at least last time I
yeah,
played. So
yeah,
for
it's
me,
just
I'm like,
cosmetics.
I don't really need the battle pass, but I respect
Yeah,
people who do it.
but that's what's nice about this Battle Pass, where it is just cosmetics, where it's like, okay, cool. I'm not, because there's some games where it's like, hey, buy a Battle Pass and you get this super rare gun that one shots people. Whereas the
Oh yeah.
finals is like, we'll give you a pink diamond camo.
Well, here,
That's
let
it.
me push us over to our last topic here. So we're Helldiver enthusiasts, I would say, right?
We're
Well,
Helldivers.
we're Helldivers.
Mhm.
Let's talk about how a former PlayStation boss called Exclusivity the industry's Achilles heel. And I think the point that they make here, if you don't want to read the entire thing, is basically that when you have a game that, the cost exceeds a certain amount, I think it's just like 100 or 200 million or something. Um, Especially when you're competing with games that are live service games or free to play, uh, the more players you have, the more likely you are to keep your game running. And I love Helldivers, and I think it is also a good thing that they didn't go for every possible console, because I think that's why we have such a polished experience for the most part. Even though there was some bugs at first, I still think what this guy's saying isn't discounted, right? You
Mhm.
know, when you have free to play games, you get like what, like 3 or 4% of people that will actually spend money on it.
Yeah.
So you want as many people as you can playing it. I think like Honkai Star Rail and Genshin are really good examples of that. But you've also got all these live service games like Final Fantasy 14 is really a good example of a game that's not really gated, because you can play for as long as you want on that free trial. And because of that, it has seen a lot more success, right? And when Helldivers 2 came out on PC and PS4 at the same time, oh my god. I think that's part of the reason why it went so crazy, because by getting PC players who are typically not going to want to spend $60 on a game in at $40, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's easy.
And
Easy
then
K.
also crossplay.
Oh yeah, and the crossplay
Crossplay's
again,
crossplay's a
it's
huge
free
thing
in
again
current
now.
server.
But like, I don't know. I even with crossplay, a lot of people still just don't do the crossplay thing. And I mean, I have some, like my high school friend group. One buddy doesn't have two buddies don't have PCs, but they do have PS5s.
Oh
So guess
yeah.
what? I'm playing with them.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and that's where I'm at too personally, is like I feel like crossplay is a really good way to keep consoles relevant. Because
Yeah.
I think at this point, we're getting to an era where PCs keep becoming more and more affordable. And you've got places like frickin' Costco building cost effective PCs that aren't bad. Like,
Yeah.
I've worked, in tech for a while, right? When Prince Ali here has had issues, I'm like, just put this in and see if that works. And usually it
Yeah.
works. I would say like 80% success rate.
Yeah,
Um,
usually.
and that's over the phone. I'm not even in person.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
literally, it's Hunter. Look at this. Look at this thing. This photo. This is happening, and all I have is running is Spotify. Take your card out, reset it, and then try it again. It worked. All right, cool.
yep. And like
But
the fact that we're getting gaming PCs from Costco, they're like $500-600 that necessarily aren't as powerful as a PS4, but then allow you to build off that,
yeah.
so you can get out of the console
Also, I think like
like
Costco. I think Costco's
ecosystem.
layaway like year round too,
Oh yeah. So dude, you could put like $100 down on like $1,000 gaming PC, and in two
and then
months
just
have a fantastic PC
yeah,
and never
just
pay full price
slowly.
for a video game again.
Yep. I don't know.
Like,
It's. I will say that like exclusivities have always been like a good and bad thing. I mean, exclusivities have been a thing for. I mean, since gaming first started, but I
oh yeah.
think now, um, what's the word I'm looking for?
I think now it's obsolete.
Yes, there you go. That's because at some point everything comes to PC.
Yep.
I mean, like God of War's on PC, Spider Man's on PC. Like, obviously, the Xbox games are on PC because Microsoft and Windows and all that. But it's just one of those things where it's like you're crying over a very small thing. Exclusivity has always been a thing, and it was always like I would even say it kind of helped, like
Oh yeah.
back in the
I mean,
day
look
too,
look
because I
at
remember like
PlayStation, you know?
yeah,
Like PlayStation 3 was just the meh console. PlayStation 2 sold like crazy, but Xbox 360 definitely blew PlayStation 3 out in terms of market share. But then you get the PS4 that just knocks everybody out of the park, and the PS5 back to back.
yeah.
Like,
I also like, and it's not even that it's um I remember back in the day, the Call of Duty DLCs.
oh
Xbox got
yeah.
them a month before, then PlayStation had to wait a month, and then
And
it
everybody would be
switched.
meh, 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 meh. At
You
school, they'd
know,
be all upset.
they'd be like, "Oh, I'm already playing the new Die Rise map," and it's like, "Okay, good for you."
Yeah.
It's like, man, whatever. But it's just like, I don't really think it's an Achilles heel. I wouldn't
I
call it that.
I think the place he's coming from is for devs it's Achilles heel. But I think a lot of people took this article as for gamers it is, and I think it just comes down to the point that, and I say this as someone who owns a PS5, who owns a Nintendo Switch, who owns a handheld PC and a desktop PC.
Hmm.
Um, I think console exclusivity is not nearly as big of a mountain as people are making it out to be. And I
Yeah.
think eventually it's just going to die as of natural repercussions, right? Because as consoles become more and more expensive and approach PC pricing, it's going to be harder for manufacturers like these, Sony, Microsofts, to continue to take a hit on them and make them cost effective for someone to not just go buy a PC pre-built.
Yep.
And I think that's what we're approaching at this point, is they keep making the consoles better to keep up with PCs and effectively make miniature PCs.
Yeah. I will say it is very nice to just like get home
Know it'll
from
work.
yeah, know that I can click the button, and if something breaks in it, I can be like, "Hey, shitheads! Like this thing broke. Give me a new
Yep,
one." And they'll be
I
like, "Okay."
completely agree.
Yeah, so I will say that is very nice about the consoles. It is
Like,
also I don't know. This is just me, and this is a little bit off topic. Not really off topic, but
mhm.
there's certain games that I can't find myself sitting in my chair in with headphones on. Like I need to be on my couch, legs spread out, and just
Fighting
like
games, hear me out.
fighting
Fighting games.
games and like solo story games like God of War, Spider-Man. Like I need to be on my
For
couch,
me,
legs chilled. It's just me though. Like it's
depends
just
on the experience. Those cinematic ones from Sony Entertainment Studios, completely agree. Got to be on the
yeah.
couch. But
Yeah.
like a game like Baldur's Gate,
Oh yeah. Now Baldur's Gate I'm
that's a
playing.
chair experience.
Yeah. It depends on the experience and on the game. It's just like
Or like playing Mario Kart in my PC chair would feel weird.
yeah, because you it's just Mario Kart or like Mario Party. Like I played Mario
Oh yeah,
Party in my PC chair and I was like, this just doesn't feel right. So I
it's
literally
not a
got up.
party. You know what I'm
I
saying?
literally got up. Literally, no one was here because you can do the whole like cross online play. Got up
Yep.
and sat on my couch and played Mario Party. Like it's
You're like,
just
this is correct. This is objectively correct. What really is
or
going to put
like
the nail in the coffin within the next few years
yeah,
is people are going to keep trying to make consoles something that they're not. And then you're going to have companies like Microsoft just go, fuck it, we're not making another Xbox.
yeah,
Because if you look at the market share, I'm pretty sure Switch and PlayStation have larger portions of the market share than Xbox, and you can see that correlate with Xbox Game Pass.
Yep,
You know,
big time.
what are some games that you're looking forward to before we close out here?
Games coming out that I'm looking forward to?
Mhm.
Nothing. I haven't been
Oh
paying. I have
shit!
nothing against anything coming out. I actually just don't know what's coming out. I actually just don't know what's coming out. Let me look at Steam real quick. Upcoming releases. Let me look. I'll choose two games from
Okay,
just looking at the titles.
okay.
Let's see.
While you're, I'll stall for time here for you for a second. You know how I always keep up to date with my upcoming games,
Uh huh.
and I would love it if they one day sponsor us, but they probably won't.
Raid Shadow
Opera
Legends.
GX.
Oh,
Opera GX has this GX corner thing that shows me everything that's coming out, and it also has like filters for like Windows, PlayStation, Switch, blah, 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 blah. And I love it. I love it. That's how. Admittedly, that's how I knew Dragon Dogma was coming out, because I just kind of keep like rolling down the things until I find something I like, and then I go wishlist it. Like
oh, you know what? I
there's
like
an
Wukong. There's that Wukong game coming out.
yes, bro. I'm so glad you brought that up.
Wukong is coming
I'm
out. That I am excited for
so
that.
stoked. I'm excited for the Demon Slayer Mario Party game that's coming out.
Huh?
Yeah, bro. Demon Slayer Sweep the Board's coming to Nintendo Switch on April 26th.
Oh, South Park has a game coming out. Snow Day.
Yep, that's a FPS. I'm very excited for that.
Excited. I love the first two of those games. Those are so much fun.
I'm still not sure how I feel about the art style yet, but I'll tell you what. If you're interested, I will just buy it for you, and we can stream it day of.
Hell yeah. The actual release of Multiverses? Ha, just kidding.
Bro, we were so nasty at that when it released.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Man, we were gross. It
Oh,
was so much
we would
fun.
get people. So I would play Iron Giant because I am a filthy Iron Giant man.
Yeah.
And
We
I
would
think you would play Superman and Batman, right?
Yeah, we played combos that weren't supposed to get together, but we're just, one brain cell, so they worked really well.
Oh yeah,
That we would have people want to run it back again, and then
and
they
beat
would
them
switch
like
their
4 or 5 times in a row.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then they would be like, change your characters, and we're like, okay, switch again, and they're like, all right, never mind, go. They would just
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah, it'd be like, I've never played Bugs Bunny before. Is he good? And you're like, I think so. I've seen people play him, and meanwhile, I'm like, bonk, bonk, bonk,
Yeah.
demolishing
But
people.
I will say, speaking of games and games coming out, it is the spring sale for Steam. So if you're looking, I'm getting some games that you've been waiting on. Check that out.
Check your wish list.
Check your wish list.
wish list.
Party Animals, which is a great great game to play with friends, is like 30% off. I think I saw because it's on my wish list.
Oh yeah.
Resi 4, $30. Great game. Love that series.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. This is the best time to purchase Gotham Knights because I think that game's worth $11.
Yeah,
It's worth $11. It's not worth full price, but it is
It's
worth
not.
$11.
you know what else is on sale?
Mm.
Hogwarts.
Ugh. Ugh. I bought that game for PlayStation and I was so excited. And you know what I was disappointed with?
The whole game.
The story's just so
Yeah.
ugh. And dude, like we got shafted out of Quidditch because they wanted to make a whole other game out of it. All right?
Mhm. Also, I mean,
So ridiculous.
Going back to some topics we were talking earlier, the Master Chief Collection, $10.
Oh, there you go. There you go. And you know what's another game that I really, really enjoyed? Volcanoids. It's a base building game where like you just have this giant drill, and maybe it's because of the type of human I am, but giant drill is funny. Okay?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like I was so excited when I saw that. So if you're, I would say in general also, I have found some of my favorite games of all time during Steam sales. Even if you don't have a PC, look at the Steam sale and look what people are buying.
For
joining
democracy.
us.
Join us in
Hell yeah.
democracy.
Join us in democracy. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. You can find me at twitch.tv/Daz the Ghost. And I believe you're twitch.tv/Prince_Ali. That's ALE.
Yeah. Yep.
We go live sometimes. We're funny guys. We're very laid back. That's kind of how we do things. Please also consider following us on Twitter at Zeros to Heroes. We love seeing fan questions. We love fan feedback. Let us know what you'd like to hear us talk about.
Mm-hmm. You see any cool articles and you're like, oh, hey, I wonder if these guys thoughts on this. Send it to us. We'll be happy to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. Please, yeah. And also if you have anybody you want us to like try and bring on, we're always happy to reach out to really anybody. It's a good
I don't
time.
really have friends, so yeah.
Whoa, that's mean. I'm hurtful. Hurtful.
You're fine. But yeah, thanks so much for listening, guys. Y'all take care of yourselves.
Yeah, thank you for coming to another episode of the Patch Notes. We'll see you next time.